Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be reviewing yet another disaster from Sega and Sonic Team. This time, this is what happens when you combine crappy motion controls with the precise control expertise of Sonic Team. Or shall I say, crappy controls? Well, let's just start off this review by saying the first problem is the box art. Why am I complaining about the box art? Because the ring is on his middle finger. And you know what that means? He's basically flipping you off, telling you, don't buy this crap today. But of course all the kids won't know it. But let's start the review, shall we? Alright, so first I'm going to talk about the plot. I really don't think I need to talk about the voice acting, but that lady's voice is annoying. As for the plot, basically Sonic is doing crack again or something. And apparently he's waking up or some shit like that. And then some ring talks to him or some crap, and he finds himself in this really crappy book. Also, crack is whack, and yeah, it makes no sense. I'm not even going to try to explain it anymore because that's the most I can explain out of this trashy plot. The first thing you'll notice when you start the game is the force tutorial, which is extremely annoying. You know how like in Kingdom Hearts they have like an extremely long tutorial? With this, all you have to do is, well, the controls are awkward basically. You have to learn the awkward controls. Unlike most Sonic games, you have to tilt the Wii remote to move back and forth. The jump button you hold down to jump, and then you have to stop. And then you tap it to jump quickly, which can be awkward. And not only that, you always run forward. To run backwards, you actually have to pull the Wii remote backwards. And with the Wii remote, you have to hit jump and then swish it forward. Jerk it forward to jump. Who thought this was a good idea? Yeah, I know, you're trying to make it motion stuff, so all the Wii-tards buying your system can be like, OMG, we can put motion in our stuff. Here's the thing, that didn't work very well with Kinect either. And there are like way too many tutorial missions. You have to do a whole nother one just to learn every little basic thing. Just like in Unleashed PS2. It's annoying and you'll wonder why they even did it. Not only are the controls awful, but they barely worked even in the tutorial. And their explanations aren't that helpful either, so you're trying to waggle the Wii remote and half the time the game just misses everything. Who thought this was a good idea? And to make things worse, you can't even use a cube controller or a classic controller. No, none of that. No, nothing. In other words, you're stuck with this horrible Wii remote. Seriously, most Wii games offer an option to use cube controllers, so why not this one? The levels themselves are basically on-rails crap. All you gotta do is run forward and then jump with the awkward controls while this annoying voice speaks to you. You'll just want to shut up. And moving the Wii remote is just awkward, even in the full stages. Every problem which is in the tutorials is 50 times worse and more annoying. And the whole game basically feels like it runs itself, so all you gotta do is tilt it a little back and forth, and boom, the game's just playing itself. Just look how much skill this took. Barely any. There are also some unlocks you can get, which make the game even easier, but then again, the controls are so broken, you probably won't even be playing long enough to unlock it. And when you have to back up, it's awkward. You have to actually tilt the control backwards, like I said, so when you have to do it in the actual stage, you'll be struggling to try to get it to work. Seriously, and when you have to back up to find something, it can be really slow too, because unlike the other Sonic games where you can just bring your guy around, Sonic can never actually go backwards. So you'll be pushing it backwards. And for the camera, it stays in one place all the time. So it can, sometimes when you're backing up, you won't see what's behind you. And it also seems to bend weirdly like that. Why does the camera have to be all weird in this game? Yeah, it's Sonic Team, but could they at least make a game that isn't just super hold, run forward to win and hope you don't get stuck? Speaking of which, there's only a few actual stages in the game. I even looked up on the internet, and there's only a few, even after downloading a completed save file. There are just a whole bunch of challenges which you have to complete just to get to the next stop. Some of them are optional, but it just makes it tedious. The music is mostly trashy in this game and forgettable except for the main theme, Seven Rings in Hand, which is, you'll just want to forget it because it's so trashy. As for the graphics, they're not that great. They look, at best, like an average GameCube or PS2 game. The game makes little use of the Wii's extra power and ends up, instead of looking like one of the best Wii games, like a late original game on the Xbox original, this game looks more like a PS2 game or a GameCube game. All in all, this game is just bad when it comes to graphics. I mean, yeah, I know this game was a cheap cash-in, but they should have at least put more effort. And then attacking stuff. When the game really messes up with the backing up is right here. I have to keep trying over and over because the boss is so broken, or this enemy is so broken, just trying to attack it. I think this game should be renamed to Sonic. You can't freaking control this piece of crap. No matter how hard you try, you can't even control this game. Seriously, just try playing it for yourself. Download Dolphin or that emulator and use an actual Wii remote and not like mapping it to a 360 controller. Try playing it yourself and see how bad this game is. I mean, it's unplayable. Who designed the controls on this needs to be shot. Whoever did needs to be shot and fired from Sega because this game is just a poor experience. And because of the controls, no matter how much this game tries to do right, it just utterly fails because you can't even control it. I mean, seriously, could they at least make it other than just run forward and backing up being done by an awkward Wii remote? They should make it so you could have used a GameCube or a classic controller like every other Wii game. I mean, was it really that hard to implement it in? Because I know every other Wii game has it. Or every other Wii game that lets you use the Wii remote and isn't just a Waggle Fest game. I mean, like COD, that lets you use it. Oh no. When the camera angles really switch, like they're trying to OMG show off our graphics, it just bombs, because not only does it look crappy, but the graphics in this game, like I said, are absent, so you get to look at these extremely low resolution PS2 grade textures. All in all, don't buy this. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more, and I think we all know what game I'm going to review next. Sonic and the Black Knight.